Hey guys, I wanted to come on and do a quick book review. I just finished reading Slow Burn by Gina L. Maxwell, and I want to talk about it. So, this story follows our MMC, Eric Grady. He is a lieutenant with the Boston Fire Department, and prior to that, he was an Army Ranger. He's got multiple deployments under his belt from his time in the Army, and is suffering from some PTSD symptoms. Because of his PTSD symptoms, he is put kind of on a temporary leave from his job with the fire department. And he has to go see a mandated, what's it called, psychiatrist, and and get cleared to come back to work. Um, he's very frustrated by this, right? His whole life was the Army, and then after that it was the fire department, so he's really kind of put out by that. And he is your typical military alpha male. I'm not weak, I'm strong, nothing can hurt me, all of that. I can relate to that, being a soldier myself. um but anyway, so he gets really frustrated with that and stops at the liquor store one night to pick up some whiskey, and he's going to go home and just kind of drown his sorrows. Um, and he meets this woman, and they end up having this amazing one night stand that's just great. And when he wakes up in the morning and she's gone, then we have our our FMC, who is Dr. Olivia Jones. So she is the woman that he meets and has the one night stand with. And she leaves in the morning before he wakes up and goes to her job. Um, and her first patient of the day is Grady. So, yeah, it goes from there. I have been putting off this book because, like I said, I am a combat vet with PTSD, and I was worried that I might connect a little too much with some parts of the story. And I will say this, I think that the author did a really, really good job of incorporating the symptoms without it being too much. So I always get really frustrated in the media, like on TV shows and movies, and the way that people with PTSD are always like depicted. It's it's not unrealistic. It's just worst case scenario, right? It's always like, oh, right, there's always a cop show where it's the person with PTSD went off the deep end and just started shooting people or killing people. And I've just seen that over and over again. And so I was kind of worried that maybe this was going to show its face in here. But it didn't. She actually did a really good job of depicting kind of what, some of us go through. So I really connected with the story in that way. At its heart, it's a romance, and it's a beautiful romance. My biggest complaint is I really, really, really wish authors would quit doing this whole third act breakup. It's just frustrating to me. I'd rather read a story about two people working through their issues rather than someone getting frustrated and saying fuck it and walking away, only to realize, oh, I made a mistake and come back. It's old. I'm tired of that. Let's move on. Um, let's look at healthy relationships. But anyway, other than that, no, I really did enjoy this book. I thought it did a good job of touching on things and working through emotions and feelings. I don't know if the author has any kind of military or first responder background, but I think they did a good job representing that community. It wasn't just full of stereotypes. So I appreciated that. It wasn't full of stereotypes, but it also accurately portrayed us because we are a certain breed. But yeah, if you have read this book, let me know down in the comments. Let me know what you thought about it. Overall, I give this book 4 stars. Um, I will probably at some point in the future go back and reread this because, again, I really connected with the PTSD aspect of this story, and felt like the author did a good job. So, yeah, let me know what you think down in the comments.